Hi, good morning. I'm going to talk about a notice that came this Wednesday, and the US government announced that it will reject all new applications for the immigration program for undocumented youth known as DACA, and it's just going to give an extension of only 1 year instead of the current 2 years that already gives to the beneficiaries already registered. And an unidentified official told that the government has significant doubts about the legality of DACA and takes into account the negative consequences it has had. Okay. This announcement comes just weeks after a related judicial setback after the Supreme Court in mid-June called President Donald Trump December 7, 2017 decree canceling the program capricious and arbitrary. Okay, first I want to explain what is and DACA. And DACA means the Deferred Action of Childhood Arrivals. This is a United States immigration policy that allows some individuals with unlawful presence in the United States after being brought to the country as children to receive a renewable 2 years period of deferred action from deportation and become eligible for work permit in USA. The program has as main requirements not to have any kind of criminal record in your history, in general to be a good citizen, and had arrived to the country when and after the 18 years. This program was announced by President Obama in June 15th of 2012, and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services began accepting this application for programs, but this program in August 15th of 2012. And actually, this program had helped many people who have arrived as minors to maintain a livelihood in the USA, a period of tranquility and great opportunity to overcome and achieve that dream. So, people participating in the program are called dreamers. In 2017, President Trump ordered an end to Obama-era program that shields young undocumented immigrants from deportation, calling it an amnesty-first approach and urging Congress to pass a replacement before he begins phasing out the protections in 6 months. Mr. Trump said in a statement that he has driven by a concern for the millions of Americans victimized by this unfair system. Mr. Sessions said that the program had denied jobs to hundreds of thousands of Americans by allowing those semi-illegal aliens to take those jobs. This is just insane. Obviously, many people were against Trump's decision opinions about this program. Personalities like Mark Zuckerberg and Barack Obama himself, founder of the program, gave their opinion about this controversy and around those years. I'm talking about 2017. Like Mark Zuckerberg said that this is a sad day for our country and also wrote in his personal page, it is particularly cruel to offer young people that American dream, encourage them to come out of the shadows and trust our government, and then punish them for it. Also, Mr. Obama wrote on Facebook that whatever concerns or complaints Americans may have about immigration in general, we shouldn't threaten the future of this group of young people who are here through no fault of their own, who pose no threat, are not taking away anything from the rest of us. Related with human rights, well, relating with the human rights, I found two main violations to the Article 14 that says that everyone has the right to seek and enjoy in other countries asylum. And this right it's not involved like to people who have political crimes or acts contrary to the purposes of the United Nations. But that's one of the main points also of DACA. I think that a lot of immigrants that go to USA is because they are chasing a dream of safety, of security, and development. This program had helped a lot of immigrants who came when they was children to keep that dream as possible. and to have the certain of that security in in the country. The actions of Trump made that resource gone since 2017 until the last Wednesday. After this juridical setback, Trump has put more obstacles in the way of this appeal, rejecting all the proposals of the new dreamers and reducing the time for the ones who already have just by the half. Another an article I found is the Article 7 of the Human Rights. This says that we are equal before the law and entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. Okay, this is the most of the certain things about the actions of President Trump. And we can see a clearly discrimination against against the people who came like immigrants. He treated like criminals. And it's something that is very common when we are talking about the actions of the USA president. The program protect and immigrants for instant deportation. They were instead allowed to remain in the country with the conditions previously mentioned, and for a period when they had the security and, certainty of living in the USA long enough for another actions like seek asylum in another country or solve problems with their nationalization in USA or just return to their country without any legal repercussion. Trump's government actions are wrong and discriminatory, arguing that the immigrants are danger to the native-born citizens of America because they are native-born. Therefore, I perceive the following negligence of talking about this topic. The first, I want to say that in the topic of inclusion, when we talk about President Trump, it's blamed to him for all the scandals about his discrimination against immigrants, but against Mexicans is most particular. In this case, the US president attributes unemployed problems to the citizens who are in the country because of the program, since in one of arguments he mentioned it. This action is something that would directly affect the country. More than 800,000 US residents are part of the program, concentrating most in California and Texas. Another lack I found is in diversity and multiculturalism. President Obama had an inclusive mentality of different cultures in the United States. In the end, we are all residents of the same planet, and we all have the right to be treated equally regardless of our culture or nationality, to have opportunities for development in the country we will travel. This mentality that his predecessor had is not the same as that of President Trump. It is common to hear his arguments in which he defends white supremacy and the poorly implemented concept of American nationalism, then ends up democratic racism against immigrants residing in the country, to the point of waiting to distort this program by calling it anti-constitutional and illegal. This is something actually very common nowadays in the US government. His ethics and his morals of the current president are considered with a selfish and falsely nationalistic approach, both in the subjective opinions of the citizens and the opinions of other rulers and formal media, both in the same country and its neighbors. And as a result of his actions, he has outlawed the bad and selfish part of America. This is an example of how the personal interest of a ruler can directly affect a country. And much of citizenry, thanks to the National Court of the United States, was questioning its ruling of 2017, which it's a victory for America. Only remains for the program to be reversed and implemented again with freedom in the country so that all people who came to America's soil with a soil of overcoming can comply.